and I'm finally back on YouTube. I'm sorry for the super long delay. I was busy, very busy, writing a cookbook and doing the food photography, but all that's done now. It's with the publishers. It's gonna be so good. I'm super excited. I can't wait to share it with you. But now my schedule is beginning to open up a little bit, and I'm hoping to post a lot more regularly because it's a lot of fun. In the meantime, some super exciting things have happened. One really super exciting thing, and if you don't follow my blog, perhaps you don't know, let me introduce you to my new pooch chickpea. Here's Wiggly. Hi, say hi to YouTube. Oh, look how wiggly she is. She's so excited. She's a rescue dog. I got her, the vet said she was anywhere from a year to a year and a half old. Don't lick my face. She's the cutest little mutt there ever was, aren't you? Yeah, you wanna go play? You want a treat? You want a treat, chickpea? All right, back to recording. Today I'm gonna share with you one very popular recipe on my blog, easy vegan pumpkin pie. It's gonna be easy, it's gonna be vegan, and it's gonna be pumpkin pie. So delicious. Yeah, I'm talking to a camera. I know you think I'm crazy right now. It's pumpkin pie, the best pies of all in my opinion. I know, there's like apple pie lovers out there. Pumpkin, all the way for me, friends. Wow, I talk with my hands. So let's get to making pumpkin pie. I'm gonna make my own vegan pie crust first. You don't have to if you don't want to. You can buy your own pre-made crust. A lot of them are accidentally vegan, so just check the ingredients. But I like homemade, that's how I roll. Okay, so this is actually my Nana's recipe for pie crust, so it goes way back in my family, and it's super easy to make, so if you want to make it, I'll post the recipe down below, but I'll show you how to do it here. 1.5 cups of flour. Gorgeous. Sugar, and then vegetable shortening. You just want it into little pieces, so you can either cut it into cubes, or I'm just kind of slapping in some pieces all over. If you have a pastry cutter, you can use that, or I'm just going to use a fork, and you just want to smash this all together. And then you want it to look like that, a kind of nice sandy, grainy texture. Drizzle over the non-dairy milk. I use soy, but you can use whatever you have. It doesn't really matter too much. Stir that in, and it'll start to form a dough. So this is my grandma's super secret tip. Get a clean dish towel and sprinkle it with a little bit of flour. Collect up your dough and put it in the middle. And then you just roll the dough right onto the dish towel. I know you think it might stick, but I promise you it won't as long as you give it a little dusting. And it's gonna make it so much easier to transfer to the pie plate. To make sure it's the right size, just take your pie plate and place it over. You want kind of like 1 inch around the pie plate. This is where the tea towel comes in real handy. You just slide your hands under, and I can pick it up. And it makes it much easier to transfer. See, not too shabby. So just lightly press it into the pie plate. Cut off the excess. And then if you have these little like patchy hole bits, just take some of this little extra stuff and smoosh it in so that it looks all pretty and perfect. So use your 2 fingers and your thumb, and you're just gonna do a pinching technique like this. Pinch. And then where you made a dent with your last finger, just put your next finger there and go all the way around. So once you've made it all around the edge, you have a gorgeous, beautiful scalloped edge like so. So pretty, so perfect looking. So I'm gonna set that aside and prepare for the pumpkin pie now. Alrighty, I've got the pie crust done, and now it's time to make the pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. I've got my Blendtec blender here, which I love. It's beautiful. If you don't have a blender, that's totally cool. You can just make it in a bowl and just whisk it really, really well. This is pumpkin puree. Make sure that you don't buy pumpkin pie filling, because that already has all the flavors added. And I don't think it's vegan, and it's not very good. It's so much better when you make it actually from scratch. So I add the pumpkin, coconut milk. You wanna make sure you get the kind in a can and not the kind in a carton. This is much richer and creamier, and so it's gonna make the pie rich and creamy. 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Chickpea's just on the floor watching me. I think she hopes for me to drop some stuff on the floor. Cornstarch. This is what's gonna help thicken up the pie. Maple syrup, Canadian Gold. Pumpkin pie spice. This is just a blend of spices you can buy that's called pumpkin pie spice. So you don't have to measure out everything individually yourself. Vanilla extract, salt, and extra cinnamon. There's some cinnamon in the pumpkin pie spice, but it's not good enough for me. You need to add more. So I just pop on the lid and blend that up until it's smooth and creamy. I'm choosing the smoothie button. And that's it. I'm just gonna pour it in the pumpkin pie crust. It's just a pie crust. It's not a pumpkin pie crust. And then just spread it out so it's nice and smooth on the top. Nom, nom, nom. Now I'm just gonna pop it in the oven for an hour, and after that I have to let it cool down in the fridge overnight. So I will see you tomorrow morning when I get to have pumpkin pie for breakfast. Aren't you jealous? Good morning, friends. Coffee cheers. Cheers. Oh, that's so good. I do love coffee. So I baked the pie for an hour, and after that I let it cool on the counter for a bit. And then once it was kind of cool enough to put in the fridge, I popped it in the fridge overnight, and here it is. Glorious pumpkin pie. So delicious. Yum. Oh, no pumpkin pie is complete, in my opinion, without whipped cream. So now we're just gonna make a quick coconut whipped cream. It's so easy to make. It's important to buy a really high-fat coconut milk. It's often called coconut cream or premium coconut milk. A lot of coconut milks are too thin and won't work for this, so you really want to make sure you go for the good stuff. Thai full-fat premium coconut is a good brand. This one is T&T, but I think it's only in Canada. A good test is to shake it in the grocery store. If you don't hear any liquid just sloshing around or very, very little liquid, then that's probably a good one to choose. So I had this in the fridge overnight. I put it in the back of the fridge to make sure it gets extra cold. And what happens is that the fat gets solid and it separates from the water. See? Gorgeous, thick coconut cream. Look how thick that is. Yum. Scoop out all of this goodness into the bowl. Some powdered sugar. So don't think of it as whipping the whipped cream up. Instead of think of it as breaking it down. So it's a little different than traditional whipped cream in that way. If you find it a little bit too thick, you can add in any leftover coconut water if you have that. I don't have that, so I'm just gonna add a little splash of soy milk just to thin it out a tiny bit. See, how gorgeous is that? So incredibly easy. It's perfect. Look at that. It's perfect. Got my coffee? It's time for pumpkin pie for breakfast. All right, you know how the first slice is always the hardest to get out? Yeah, we'll see how this goes. What? Okay. Come on, it came out perfectly. We can't ask for more than that. I actually always prefer pies and cakes and things for breakfast. I know a lot of people like them after dinner. I'm more of a like sweets in the morning thing with coffee. Who's with me on that one? Na 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 na. Tell me that's not perfect. Gonna sample some of this. Epic. It's epic. This is the best pumpkin pie there is in my not so humble opinion. It tastes just like a traditional pumpkin pie, except like better. Full of all the delicious spices. The coconut whipped cream is insane. Delicious. With coffee? Come on, come on. So there you go. Easy vegan pumpkin pie with the homemade crust and the homemade coconut whipped cream and everything. Super easy to make, ridiculously delicious. I hope you like this recipe. If you do, let me know by leaving a like and a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bon appetit. That pie's not for you. Don't snip my neck, it tickles. You want pumpkin pie? You can't have it. I'll give you a dog treat though. Oh,